Tonight, secret video reveal claims of an Ashes betting scandal rocks the cricketing world. Bushfires and health alerts as soaring temperatures create new record highs. The leaders turn up the heat in the countdown to the battle for Bennelong. And another win sets Jeff Horn up for a mega $1 million Las Vegas payday.
This is 9 News Canberra with Vanessa O'Hanlon.
Good evening. The Ashes cricket series has been rocked by a grubby match-fixing scandal. Video has emerged of two so-called fixers from India caught in a sting.
It had all the makings of a bombshell. A Mr. Big, a Mr. Silent.
Sydney has been blasted with record-breaking temperatures as the first summer heatwave sweeps across the state. Areas in the west sweltered through their hottest ever December day, while firefighters have been stretched battling a fast-moving blaze in the Hunter Valley.
On a total fire ban day, this was what RFS crews had been fearing. Laura Tunstall, 9 News.
A good place to keep cool. And for Illawarra and Central West viewers, full reports on the heatwave in your area shortly. Now to the Royal Commission on Child Sexual Abuse. Justice Peter McClellan officially wrapping up the 5-year inquiry today, saying in his closing remarks the sexual abuse of children is still continuing in institutions across Australia. A man accused of assaulting a lecturer and students with a baseball bat at the ANU has today made a bid for freedom, seeking bail to get mental health treatment. The 18-year-old has pleaded not guilty to attempted murder due to mental impairment.
18-year-old Alexander Ophel, charged with attempted murder over the August attack at the ANU, which left a lecturer and students in hospital with severe injuries.
Workers in Australia's surging wind industry can now take part in globally accredited training in Canberra. Students will learn basic safety and technical skills to work on wind farms in the region and worldwide.
An internationally recognised wind training course has landed.
A clinical trial coming to Canberra could save the lives of those with rare cancers. The ACT government investing more than $400,000 in a program that develops treatment based on an individual's molecular and genetic makeup. State and Territory Australian of the Year recipients have been honoured at the National Museum in Canberra with a brand new exhibition. Each award winner was asked to share an object that they have a deep personal connection with. The items will go on display ahead of the award ceremony next year.
A pioneer in craniofacial surgery from South Australia.
Still ahead, 2 former Eels players face court after the dramatic Centennial Park police operation. The tiny baby who survived an extraordinary ordeal. And Australian scientists develop a new strain of wheat with 10 times the fibre. Don't go anywhere, we'll be right back after this. A ram raid has been caught on security cameras in Canberra. Crooks reversing a Land Cruiser through the doors of a shopping centre. They're knocking an ATM out of the ground so they could take it away. The car and the ATM were found burnt out later. The money was all taken. Sporting news after the break, including the Aussie paceman in a destructive mood at the Wacker. And Jeff Horn hammers the Hellraiser, setting up a mega payday.
It's the type of cricket you only see at the Wacker, fast and dangerous, and despite plenty of courage from England, Australia has the upper hand at tea. Stark, Hazelwood and Cummins all took wickets. England 4 for 175.
The end of an era for Australian cricket, but in the Wacker's last Ashes test, England was in no mood for nostalgia.
Australia's women's boxing team for next year's Commonwealth Games has been named in Canberra today. The athletes training 3 times a day at the AIS say they're determined to bring home a bucket full of medals. Well, Canberra winds down for the holiday season. The Brumbies have been stepping up their pre-season. The club's on the up. Former rookies are now leaders, and they're also the only Australian rugby team to turn a profit in 2017.
Back on his feet after an ankle injury, Jordan Jackson Hope happy with the surgeon's work.
Coming up, Gavin Morris with the weather.
This weather update proudly brought to you by SunSense. You can now triple your sun care with SunSense sunscreen.
Dollar is buying 76.64 US cents and 86.33 Japanese.
Thank you, Vanessa. Good evening. Yes, the southerly moving through, cooling the situation for some. Inland still hot. It's still going to be quite unsettled throughout tomorrow, right throughout the southeast and the inland areas. There's the southerly along the coast trying to cool inland, but there's the pool of hot air wanting to fight back. Now, as that system moves through, it's going to remain unsettled. Widespread showers and potential storm development right throughout the northern parts. So the central tablelands, the northern parts of the southern tablelands, expecting showers. Could be some storm cells in there and a storm off towards the border as well. So Bombala's got a little bit of a storm in there. Cooler conditions along the coast with those southerly winds, and we'll top out into the high 20s mostly inland. So getting a break from the 30-degree plus days for the capital and Queanbeyan throughout tomorrow. Out on the waterways, a strong wind warning has been issued for the Illawarra because that southerly pushing through tonight, throughout tomorrow. Conditions calming throughout the waterways towards the Victorian border. Tomorrow morning's high tide is at about 7:17, the low at 1:48, sun to rise 5:37. Looking ahead, showers and thunderstorm development because of that stalled trough line sitting over the capital, but the 30-degree plus days are back. It's going to be quite hot also right across the southern and central tablelands for the coast. Not too bad, cooler conditions, a little bit of cloud on the way, and the wet weather mostly settling in during the middle part of next week with some afternoon storm development likely on Saturday.
Gav, thank you. And that's 9 News for this Thursday. Our cricket coverage is up next. I'm Vanessa O'Hanlon. Enjoy your evening. Good night.